everyone, and welcome to a video episode of EncourageMeant. I'm Tchai.
And I'm Bfly.
And we were talking about healthy alternatives to Thanksgiving meal stuff. So we came up with a couple recipes that we hope you will like and enjoy making, as we enjoy making it too.
Yeah.
So
let's get started.
One of the first ones is the cranberry sauce. I always found it to be over sweet and didn't know what to pair it with. So I guess we found something online that was about cranberry sauce with orange mixed into it, and it's supposed to have a tartier taste and not be overly sweet.
And another popular dish that you always have for Thanksgiving is mashed potatoes, but we decided to change it up a bit, and we are going to do a roasted cauliflower mash. So you're going to need cauliflower, olive oil, some sea salt if you have that, or regular salt. You're going to need some granulated garlic and vegetable broth, low sodium.
As a last kind of in our podcast, we did talk about the dilemma of the sweet potato and candied yam, that stuff. And we were discussing what would be a better alternative, because yes, it is part of the usual meal, but it's so sweet, and the yam's are already sweet, and the sweet potatoes are already sweet. So Bfly actually found an awesome recipe.
I'm just looking for it right now. So this recipe calls for very simple ingredients. We've got our sweet potatoes, 2 of them, and we've got Granny Smith apples. So this is a cider glazed sweet potato and apple bake. These are our 2 main ingredients. You're also going to need some apple cider. If you don't have that, you can get some simply apple juice. And you also need about 3 tablespoons of maple syrup, but you'll see that later.
So without further ado, we're going to get started. Are you ready, Bfly?
I'm ready.
Yay!
So I've already drizzled olive oil over our cauliflower, and we've already chopped it into smaller pieces. Make sure it's patted dry. Now I'm gonna just drizzle some sea salt and some granulated garlic, but the garlic is totally optional if that's not your jam. Now I know it kind of seems like it's a whole lot of salt right now, but just remember that you are going to be using that for the entire recipe, so you're not adding any salt later on. And then I'm going to go ahead and toss it at the end just so that we can mix it all up, make sure everything gets coated nicely and evenly. And then we're going to put it in the oven at 400 degrees Fahrenheit for about 40 to 45 minutes, or until you see that it's tender. Now this one was not quite as successful, but we're here to be honest and encourage you with all of your cooking endeavors. So once we took the cauliflower out of the oven, we noticed that it was a bit browner than we had imagined. Especially when you think of mashed potatoes, you think of nice creamy white mashed potatoes. So our cauliflower was a bit over roasted, and I think it's because we did not have enough cauliflower. So the recipe calls for 2 pounds. Ours was probably a little bit under the 2 pounds, so make sure that you do measure. It's better to have more cauliflower and have to add seasoning later than to not have enough and have a big mess. So after we took it out, we started to mash it. We added our 2 tablespoons of vegetable broth, low sodium, and unfortunately we were left with this, which, you know, doesn't look super appealing. It tastes okay, but it's too salty. And that's again because we did not have enough cauliflower. So I would definitely want to try this again, just because it is such a great alternative to mashed potatoes, much healthier. But make sure you have plenty of mashed cauliflower and not what's in this bowl. Hi, so now that we have gathered all of our ingredients, I did want to add these last 2 that we added to our cranberry sauce. We've got some maple syrup. We chose to go with an organic one, but you can choose whatever you have available. It asked for regular white sugar, but we decided to use brown sugar because that's just our preference. Once you have added these ingredients to your sauce, it's really simple. You're just stirring it about 15 minutes or so until all of your cranberries have popped. Once you have zested your orange and you've added all those ingredients, it really brings out a nice citrusy flavor. So this is our final product of our cranberry sauce. This is probably one of the most simple cranberry sauces that you can make that's healthy, easy, and tastes really great. And if you love orange, then this is the one for you. Hi, we're back to show you our Granny Smith apple and sweet potato bake. We've got that right here. It's looking very nice and brown and crispy. Smells delicious as well. We did do a minor adjustment to this recipe. It called for apple cider or some kind of apple juice. We had neither, so we just added water to the glaze, but it's still glazing wonderfully. We're actually going to put it back in the oven for a little while longer, but I wanted to show you an update of it. It's looking quite delicious.